All right, we have been blessed with a brand new Mysonne freestyle. Mysonne dropped a freestyle about Hove. Mice, you my man, but in no other world would I be cutting off Michael Jackson to play a Mysonne freestyle. But we're going to play it. Did y'all hear this?
I did not.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
This is my letter to Hove. Now, first, let me start. And there ain't nobody better than Hove. You said a bar for bar as well. You and Nas, but as far as world impact in rap, you did that. You went from a kid that pitched crack and spit facts to a rich black mogul. In fact, your global impact should be studied. Cause shit, we studied Reasonable Doubt. And the way you was weaving in and out of those beats and speaking about those streets, how we was trying to eat, moving work, doing dirt without no cleats was masterful. That's why 30 years later, those masterpieces are so classical. And the stature you acquired deserves to be admired. Cause you inspired a generation. You showed us that dedication could lead to elevation from a project boy that sold illegal medication to Hove, the cultural leader of a nation. And you gave the streets education and a revelation that escaping death and incarceration was more than a possibility. You embraced the responsibility of breaking down doors and invading corporate America using punchlines and similes to break it down for us. You did exactly what you told us. You made them pay for what they did to the Cold Crush. That was so tough. But heavy as the head that wears the crown, now everywhere you turn, they trying to tear you down. You either Illuminati or being sued by somebody or somebody talking about you while they being interviewed by somebody. Lucky you. Like you described in Lucky Me, but you still navigate through it like a fucking G and they act like they don't fucking see how you been standing up for blacks. Silently. Standing in the gaps from Trayvon and Cap. And I know what really happened with that, but we ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the facts. Fighting for blacks for real. Bringing niggas back home from jail and silently funding the movement and fitting the bill and still taking the shots from your own. At the top of the throne, you all alone, but it don't make you immune from the pain. When the same culture you fought with the vultures
it's a little lengthy, pause.
is trying to ruin your name, that shit gotta hurt. I know because it hurts me. It hurts to see, but it also hurts to be the subject of such slander. When you frontlining for your people and these suckers talk about you in such a manner, that shit be mind-blowing. You try not bothering even responding. But you a man with pride, so you decide to bust back like, fuck that. And I love that, but this time you shot your own allies, ho. Because we was the ones boycotting. We had our people avoiding shopping at Target. They lost billions pleading with us to put them back on the market. Sure, Meta and Google was guilty too, but history and strategy told us that Target was our target.
Thank you, Mysonne. That was Mysonne.
Well done. Well done.
Salute to him.
Amazing.
I love him. That's my brother.
Friend of the show. That's my brother.
Absolutely.
Thoughts?
Oh. I mean, y'all know where I stand on it.
Yeah, I never want to hear that shit again. I don't be want to hear that. I like people like using their ability to fucking talk to people and the message. I like that. I don't want to hear niggas rhyming the whole.
He could have put it on a beat.
Nah.
Now, if he put it on the beat, that's different.
Yeah. I'm just saying for replay value. Like, it's dope to listen to once. Like this.
I got a Lance Rivera whole verse a cappella the other day, or a note or whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Now I got a Mice Hove a cappella. It's just like.
But this starts from a Hove a cappella.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Touché.
That's how it starts.
That's a
like,
good
we
point.
can't forget that part.
Not to me, that ain't. There's one word that's important in Hove a cappella.
Hove?
Yeah. That didn't mean for me that it was a cappella time for everybody. And again, I'm not talking directly to Mice because Mice has a message that he's doing here, but
Mice is super
I don't want to hear all these a cappellas.
What I like, I mean, I probably would like it on a beat too, but I thought it was dope. It's my first time hearing it. I got to replay it to get all the specifics, but I thought it was dope. And I love when people who are in positions like him speak truth to power. Like, it's hard to criticize Jay-Z as a rapper. It's hard to criticize an institution or whatever. And so for him to do that and put something at risk, to me, is admirable, whether you agree with him or not. And I happen to agree with him. But even if you don't, I still appreciate the courage to stand up and speak out, because a lot of people won't do that.
Yeah, and Mice went to Ferguson.
Look, I think that I think the positivity. I think the positivity piece is greater than the negativity piece. I think that most times when people critique you, they just start critiquing you from a negative perspective, so you immediately cut it off and you're gonna just closed down. You're not gonna listen to it. I think the fact that the first, I don't know how many ever bars, it was all praise, all praise, all
Start with
praise,
love.
all praise. And then
You're
you
back.
could tell me, yo, I was disappointed in this particular facet or this particular realm, but I still revere you up here. I think
Word.
it's easier to digest than motherfuckers just like, yo, you always doing, you know what I'm saying? So it
And
closes
man, that's
a
off.
good point.
And he from, where you from? He's fighting similar fights that you're fighting. So again, I think it's easier to ingest coming from Mysonne than it would be coming from some podcast
on the
pundit.
couch.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it.
Mice is
Shout out to
super dope,
Mice,
man.
man.
Yeah, word.
Word.
Shout
Shout out to
to
Mice.
And he killed it.
I appreciate the
my
verse. Friend of the show. I love you. I hope you don't start a trend, man.
They can't rap like
Well, I
him.
don't want to hear that from
He
everybody.
rap too good.
They can't rap like him.
Not
He's
fuck
a
the
great
rap
rapper.
part. Like Mice is actually out there on the front line.
Both,
Sure.
yeah,
So
both.
if there is somebody that can speak to this, it's him.
Yeah.
And he's
And he
worked with
just-
Hov on shit. I mean,
And
including
we fighting
Free
some
and
of the same fights.
Right.
The reform stuff, they've worked together.
Fam, we know like Hov move behind the scenes with a lot of this shit. When niggas get locked up at all of these protests and stuff, it's Hov and them that's bailing them out, and it's like that's known. So it's like, yeah, I can speak to I know you hold us down. I know you this, but
You
over
might-
here
you
you
might
might
have
have just
dropped the
made
ball
you
on
might have
this
made a little misstep. Who better than the person that's right there, that's really in the trenches doing it?
Neutral button.